So you want to do the introduction?
I can.
All right.
Welcome to the
Peanut
and Cocoa Bean Experience. We decided to make our relationship a little more public and discuss some of the experiences we've had since we've met and fell madly in love with each other.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth was the day. And so we decided, because we have so many conversations, we talk for hours and hours about different experiences, and we thought we'd let you into some of that. Maybe we can have some conversations which other people find difficult. Maybe this will help you start those conversations. Episode 1. Since we met.
Let me read it.
Yeah.
What was the epiphany that this relationship stated this will take work? I expressed it on an app. We will just say MP because we're not getting paid for it. And it was the moment, the realization that someone else had the key next. And I was like, maturity needs to kick in right now. Wisdom needs to kick in right now. And what do I need to do to express to you that I'm still strong, I'm still able to be your companion and have camaraderie in the relationship without judging you or giving you a tough time. And this moment was right then and there. I said, before I take these keys, let me think real quick.
Right? Mm-hmm. So what happens, we discuss changing keys and so he can be available to my home and vice versa. And we made that decision and everything was going really well. And I had asked him, did he want to watch my dog while I was off on a retreat?
Yes. General. Yes.
General. Everybody's going to meet General and you're going to fall in love with General.
Unfortunately, you'll have to because he's part of the household. He's part of the family.
He is. And so I had mentioned, I said, well, because my ex has the key too. And boy. It wasn't until a couple of days ago when we were deciding what the topic would be, and he expressed that moment that you know that you're in love with another human being, you decided that you want to spend your life with this person, and then that moment that says, whoa, maybe it's not going to be as simple as I thought it would be.
Yeah. And
that's kind of how that happened, and we had that conversation.
It was a for sure light bulb went over top.
It was a for sure light bulb.
I couldn't hold back. I was like, I knew that was a great sign. And I'm all about omens. You read Paulo Coelho's book, you'll know why I'm all about omens. And that book was amazing to read because it helps me with my journey and finding out who my queen is and knowing that you're my queen.
You know that I'm your queen?
Absolutely. You can't sense it? Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So what happened for you? What happened for you? When did you decide that you wanted to have the conversation and then work through whatever happened for you when someone else has a key to the house?
Closed mouth doesn't get fed. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I don't know, so let me find out more information on how to make sense of this. So I don't get in my pride and mistreat you when you hadn't done anything.
Right.
So it's almost became a confession that I had anger for a bit. I had a tiny bit of anger. I had something, yes.
You didn't like that other people had access to me that way.
I'm protective.
You didn't want to feel that someone could just come in on us. Mm-hmm. And you wanted to put a stop to that. Tell the truth, too.
And to express, there was a good week when I had came to visit, and then I would stay the night.
Yeah.
And General, we'll speak of him again, he would bark in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. And there was no reason for him to bark at all. I was like, why is he barking? What's going on? And when he would bark, it would be 12, 1:30 in the morning, and it's disturbing my sleep. Mm-hmm. And you expressed what you expressed later on, which made me think, oh, this guy might be a creep. Mm-hmm. He might be walking up the stairs.
Right.
I might go in.
Right.
That's my mind.
Right, but it's valid. Mm-hmm. You don't know him. You never met him. You know that he's an ex-spouse.
Yeah.
And he has a key.
Yes.
So
What was your aha moment?
So my aha moment that I thought maybe this might be a little bit more work than what when I first seen you at the store. Mm-hmm. I seen him at the store, and I was trying to bat my eyelashes at him, and he didn't respond the first couple of times. But something in me said I couldn't leave the store without talking to him. I was just drawn to him. And so my fantasy, I have a whole different other story than what actually happened. I think I walked up to him and said, "Hey, what your name is?" The reality is something else happened. That moment that I thought, wow, this might take a little bit more work than what I thought is when I started counting the children that you had, and the total sum of children alive would be 7.
Yes.
And I was a little intimidated. I'm a woman that doesn't have any children at all. So I'm an only child with no children, and how am I supposed to share this man with 7 children? And then how many mothers to those children? And then that's just really complicated. And
right.
Was I going to be available emotionally and physically and spiritually to be your partner with
right.
that? Or was I going to let fear of the unknown run me away?
Right.
And it was something about you, and it has been something about you ever since that day that makes it so worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what it was for me.
What was it for you?
To highlight what you were talking about, I had to be transparent with you. Even if it drove you away, at least you knew. Because yours was, if I don't say something to this man before I step away, am I making a bad choice or a mistake? And I'm glad I was able to give you the assurance that you had nothing to worry about in the capacity of those relationships. Those relationships sailed. The ship sailed. And that can segue into the ex talk.
The ex talk.
The ex talk. How do you get over an ex?
What was it? What was it in your experience that said, I can't do it anymore? Or did the other person say they couldn't do it anymore? Or how did you know that you weren't able to fulfill the vows that you said? Or the other person?
Yeah, y'all go first. The part where I knew the relationship wasn't going to work any further was after counsel. We had relationship spousal counsel towards the tail end of the relationship. Unbeknownst to me, this was actually the opening and the reveal that this isn't going to work with this man. Mm-hmm. Listen to his demons. Listen to his pain. Listen to his backstory. You hadn't a clue, or you didn't know how to ask the right questions to get this information out of him. And those trips to Berkeley were long trips back after going to counseling. And it started to unveil itself. And then I started noticing it was a point finger moment. It's you, Peanut. It's
right?
you. You have all of the issues and the broken family. And
you got married real young, right?
21.
I remember asking you why didn't the marriage work, and you told me that you got married so young you didn't know what marriage was about.
Had an idea.
You had an idea.
You love each other. You express love towards each other. Physical, spiritual, emotional. You stand by each other's side no matter what, thick and thin. That's what I hear in the vows. No matter what, ride or die, no matter what. I thought that's all you needed.
Yeah.
Didn't know about all the little puzzle pieces and all the Legos and all the blocks and all these relationship building blocks that you had to put in to say, hey, guess what? It's not as easy as you think. That was aha, but I didn't know how to look at it.
Right.
I didn't know how to view it.
Right.
How about you?
Well, kind of the same. I think that's what brought us together, and or at least for this time around, because we both feel that we've met each other before.
Yes.
We've crossed paths before in a different time and era, but I think it's the same. I was 30, and my ex-spouse was 11 years older than I, and I have remained willing to uncover, discover, and discard things that I've learned about myself. And I know that I learned about marriage from watching outside of me,
right.
Whether it's my father or soap operas or whatever. I had this idea of what marriage was supposed to be. And like you, I thought it was for better or for worse. You took these vows. That means you weren't going to leave. That means you're going to work on it until, until the day you die. One of you guys die, right? And so the things that bring people together, like if you thought something that I do when I get home from work was really cute, and then all of a sudden 10 years later, it's really not cute. It bugs the heck out of you, right?
Right.
I think that kind of happened in my relationship, is the things that I thought was so wonderful, 10 years later, you're still doing it, and it's not wonderful. And we weren't able to communicate those things.
Communication. Gotcha.
And so I ran and hid, and he ran and hid, and divorce. So you and I both had this piece of paper that said for better or for worse, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I see the childhood in you, and I just want to love you through all that.
Thank you.
I want to be stability for you. I want to be non-judgmental for you.
That's good.
Yeah. I think you deserve that.
Is this a promise vow right
This
now?
is a promise
are we getting
vow.
vows right now?
This is a promise vow. I think you need it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be that constant. I remember telling you that before.
Yeah.
That I want to be that constant for you, because you haven't had that. Neither have I.
Well, that's what I do. What I do for you. I've expressed to you that I'm a service lover. I'm a acts lover. I show it. I express it. I don't just talk. I'd rather be quiet if I could, and just show you.
And you do.
By making sure you don't have to worry about certain things. You just wake up and say, today's going to be great because you've done your meditation. Today's going to be amazing because you've done your prayer. Today's going to continuously be good because you have a support system that's positive in every life, not just with me, just period with your circle. And I just want to make sure I continuously encourage you, continuously love you with all of my heart, not just the bottom of my heart, but all of it. I know I have difficulty with trust, but I'm willing to be open here.
And vulnerable.
Yeah.
That scared you a couple of the times.
I don't know if scared is the right word,
What's
but
the word? What's the right word?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I'll take
uneasy.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it made me uneasy. It made me think with hesitation. In the photo, I'm the protector. I don't have too many fears.
For all you ladies out there, and for you men too. So he's really not blowing smoke. He really isn't. I can have a hard day at work or a 12-hour day at work, and as soon as I hit the door, the house is clean, the kitchen is clean, the dinner is cooked. He takes my shoes off, he rubs my feet, and he takes my clothes off and takes me to the shower where there's candles or something lit for me. He's giving me bubble baths, and he makes sure that I don't want for anything. So he's just not really blowing smoke. It's like this guy. Oh, should we talk about the age difference?
We can. I want to add to your point. These are on my days off. These are not just an everyday event. So it's a special experience. It's not just every day I spoil you with these energies or throw the energy at you as much as possible.
You do every day.
But I'm not home every day.
You don't give showers every day. But you throw this energy every day.
I just don't want the audience to think otherwise. That, this guy don't be going to work. He just...
Oh, no, he's going to work every day.
I'm working.
He worked 12 to 13 hours a day.
Yeah, so it's after.
Okay.
And
maybe we should do it on the next episode.
That'd be a great one. In the comments, make sure you like and subscribe.
Yes, please.
Hit the bell for notifications.
Yes.
And in the comments, just let us know, what age do you think we are?
Yeah.
That'll be great. And don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful.
Well, it is social media, so we shall see.
We'll see who has some common sense.
Okay.
Right. You're not supposed to disrespect a woman. So. You wouldn't be here without a woman, so have that respect first.
Okay. Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
I love you.
High five.
High five.
Love you too.
I love you.
Good night, people.